the hottest stand-up comedian on the scene right now. That was hilarious. His new film, Let Me Explain, which was released on July 3rd.
Yes, it was.
Fourth highest grossing stand-up comedy movie of all time. Good for you.
Thank
You're
you.
up there.
Thank you. Well, it's still going. It's still going.
You might be number one.
I could. So don't jinx me right now.
All right, don't you just keep it low. Just keep it low. And so you are fully clothed, and we appreciate that.
For now.
No, you got it. You have to stay clothed.
I'm sensing a lot of animosity over here. Kevin, I'm getting a lot right now, man.
I am right here, right now. I'm real.
I saw this man in Vegas a few years back for the fight, and I said, Kev, I ain't seen you in a while because you see him in Philadelphia. He said, Steve, I've changed. My people call you people.
Yeah.
Get back to me.
I didn't want to talk
Because
to
you're famous.
You didn't want to talk to me.
I didn't want to talk to you.
You're famous now.
Big time.
Can I say something before we even start? Before we even start talking about anything.
Well, why are you pointing?
Okay, no, because this is my debating finger.
Okay.
And I came here ready.
Okay.
You two disgust me. I'm going to come out and say it. You know nothing about sports. I sit in my bed and watch you guys talk about nothing every morning. Do you know how upset it makes me to hear you guys go back and forth?
You know what I know?
What do you know?
I know that an MVP is somebody that doesn't score 5 points a game. I know that much. I know that much.
Hold me back. Hold you back. Okay.
First of all, Steve, if you know anything about basketball, you know that being the most valuable player has everything to do with being a valuable player. In other words, Steve, that means I make everybody around me better.
Really?
5 points is what I had. What did I contribute?
Really? Right here?
We had 100 and something points this game, which I was responsible for. I was responsible. What? Look at this.
You know what? This disgusts me. This disgusts me right here.
What do you mean? That's a 5'4" guy going to the post.
It is clear that you talked to the producers before this show because they showed the only 2 shots you made the entire game.
Okay, from looking at those shots, what could you tell? That I got a basketball history. Did you not see that? You didn't see it in and out. I had the awareness to say, I'm going to go by and lay the ball up.
You know what I prefer to look at?
What do you prefer to look at?
I prefer to look at you trying to post up Lisa Leslie and think like a man and get your shots swatted.
Well, that's just a completely different scenario.
See, take a look at this.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at that.
What does that show you?
Open.
History.
Go to the hole.
History.
Go to, look at this. Turn your back to him. He's too small. Now, turn your back to him.
Who was that you were going against? Mini-Me?
Who cares who he was? He couldn't defend me. That's the point. And what you're not even realizing, 2-time MVP. Don't call me a MVP. You're looking at a 2-time MVP.
Respect. We got to respect
I don't
you.
recall.
Well, I have one question here.
Well, ask it, Skip.
Why morning after morning do you sit up in your bed watching us talk about nothing? Could it be because you're addicted to watching us talk about nothing?
No.
Like so many viewers are?
No.
Yes.
I'm addicted to what are you going to say wrong next? Okay, that's what I'm addicted. You know, Skip, I've never seen a man that can be wrong and keep the same straight face. I've never seen somebody that's wrong so much. I've seen Skip contradict himself so many times and look in the camera and not blink. When it comes to LeBron James, how many times has this man contradicted himself? When is he going to show up? When is LeBron James going to do this? I expect more from an MVP.
Is that how he does it with the hands
himself? When he gets mad, he should never. MVP would never in the fourth quarter. He show it. Remember he was saying that LeBron James was show-siding. Yeah, what is it called? Showboating in the fourth quarter.
That's what he did.
Doing too
did
much.
this.
He should have sat down. The game was over. Shut up, Skip! That makes no sense. It's the NBA. We're here to play.
How'd you like the end of Game 6 of the NBA Finals, the last minute? Remember that game?
Well, I loved the end of it. I actually was on the edge of my seat. Did I expect that to happen? No, I didn't. Skip, but you know what it's called?
Wait, was it LeBron who had those 2 late turnovers and then missed the tying 3?
Oh, my Lord.
And somehow the ball bounced the box.
Let's go there.
And it went to Ray Allen. Oh, Ray Allen made the 3 that saved LeBron's career.
You know what? You're 100% right. But what you're forgetting, Skip, is who was it that brought them back in the game? Was it LeBron James?
I give him that.
Was it LeBron James that went on a tear in the fourth quarter and had about 8 consecutive points? Yes, he made 2 crucial turnovers. That's why you have teammates. Your teammates are there to help you when things go bad. That's what Ray Allen did. That's why Ray Allen has experience. You're looking at me like that, Steve, because I have knowledge. I know the game.
No, I actually agree with you.
Yes, you agree with me.
But I'm laughing because you tried to indicate that we were both wrong, but you just echoed my sentiments to him when he said that.
On that day, you were right.
On that day.
On that one day.
On that day, I was right.
On that day, you were right.
All right, so I'm all right. 364
You've had your moment.
days.
When it comes to the Knicks, you're always wrong.
Okay.
You're always wrong.
About the Knicks?
Yes, you're wrong.
Really?
Because your love gets in the way with your opinion.
You didn't have to go there.
Well, I am going to go there, Steve, because you need to
Who's
hear
your team? Who's your team?
Well, that's neither here nor there.
Exactly.
First of all, my organization, first of all, let me tell you something. We're going through a lot of things in Philadelphia right now.
That's what I thought.
We had a lemon and Andrew Bynum.
That's right.
Okay, Nobody told us that car wasn't going to run.
Right.
We thought that we were getting a Ford, and turned out we got a biscuit. We didn't know what was going on. So buying them put us in a bad position.
Okay.
Right now we're rebuilding. You know, we're rebuilding. I was sad to see Holiday go. I didn't want to see it, but I understand we made changes for a reason. So right now I just got to see what my boys do, man. We're in a rebuilding stage.
So in other words, you and we got to see mode.
Well, yeah, we just got to figure some
So you
stuff
want to tell everybody else what they seeing, but your mode is you got to see.
Well, Kevin, listen.
Don't judge me, man.
Kevin, listen, on this show, obviously, we judge athletes, but we need you to help us out. We want to judge a comedian. We want you to give someone a grade. I think you know who we're talking about.
Okay.
It's the
I give myself an A+.
Oh, Lord.
impression of Stephen A. Take a look.
Clearly you enjoyed it. Clearly. LeBron James, clearly.
I loved it. I'm not going to lie to you.
I know exactly what's going down. LeBron has got to get it done. Chris Bosh looks just like a catfish. He looks just like a catfish. Oh, my Lord. You're insane. You should be banned from talking basketball.
There you go. That's a good one.
Disrespectful. Blasphemous.
There you go. And first of all, it's a great impression. He's got to throw more of those words in there, though. Steven uses a lot of the big words. I don't really think he knows the definition of a lot of these words, but he throws them out at great points to make him come off as an educated man.
Such as?
Yeah. Well, I've heard Steve use words like despicable. He used it wrong a couple times. He was like, listen to me, Skip. You have no despicable timing. I was like, what? What is that?
Where'd that go?
Yeah, definitely it wasn't supposed to be there.
Right.
He does that a lot. But that's a great impression, man. He's very animated. You're very animated. And here's what I tell you, Skip. He tries to overtalk you at times.
Oh, does he?
Oh,
You noticed? Yes, no, Skip. I'll give you that. I'll give you that up here, Skip.
Thank you.
That's not fair to you, because Skip isn't a loud talker, Steve, and at times you try to intimidate Skip. And I don't know what it is about you that thinks you can get away with that, but I like the fact that Skip doesn't back down. But Skip, you got to stop doing the same face. I want to see more animation, man.
More animation
from
me?
You go straight Sylvester Stallone, Rambo. You go one eye down. Like, whenever Skip is on the ropes, like he's like, when Steven comes at you, no, Skip, you're gonna let me talk, let me finish, and then you do this, you hit him with the one eye. It's like a combination between a Rock,
It's the eyebrow.
Steven Seagal, and Rambo.
It stops him in his tracks.
I think that throws you off a little bit because you don't know if he's sick at that
There's
point.
nothing that
it gets
throws
real.
me off.
It gets
There's
very
nothing that throws
sickly.
me off about Skip.
So,
It
at
gets
times
very
does.
sickly.
It gets very sickly.
Are you okay?
Yeah, like you
I'm
go,
okay.
well, let me make sure Skip is all right. I've seen you check on him a couple times. But Steve, stop over talking him, okay? Stop, because that's not fair to Skip.
Really?
He don't do it to you.
So you can't. He doesn't do it to me.
See,
he doesn't do it to me.
He has nothing to say. so-
Let me finish. You know, and then he starts going in his soliloquy, and it doesn't matter what he sees.
Soliloquy was not. You didn't have to say soliloquy right there.
But it did fit.
What? But why
It
did you
wasn't
use it?
But is it
What?
because that's how I talk.
See, in the
That's how
morning,
I talk.
he wakes up and there's somebody that gives him 7 words that he has to use in that day.
Actually, I give myself something.
Soliloquy was a word that he had to use today.
I read the dictionary every day.
I'm so sick of you, man. You, dude, let me tell you something. You don't commemorize nothing around here. I didn't have any words. I should have had a bunch of words set up today.
I'll
for me
Google
to-
some for
me,
you.
For me to throw them back, man.
Kevin Hart, let me ask you a serious question
Okay.
about something you love.
Okay.
Comedy.
Yes.
You fought your way up that stand-up ladder, and it is a tough ladder to climb. And you struck out here, and you scored here, and you made it.
Mm-hmm.
And I've read stories where you hark back on your influences. Cosby, Eddie Murphy, Chris Rock, Chappelle. Who is the funniest man who ever lived, in your opinion?
Funniest man who ever lived,
Yeah.
man. That's such an unfair question, dude.
No, it's not. I want to know.
You know what? I have to say, you got to say Richard Pryor.
Thank you.
And the reason why I say Richard Pryor is because Richard Pryor was so far ahead of his time. When you look at all comedians right now, you look at all of us, anybody who is not afraid to talk about their lives, good or bad, on stage, is a representation of Richard Pryor's essence. You know, Richard Pryor is the first man to go on stage and really bear it all, good or bad, from drugs, from his problems with his relationship, from his family, from his mom, and from his grandma. Whatever it was, he's the first person to open up about that. And it was so shocking to people of all races that everybody had no choice but to accept it and laugh at it. So I think because of the groundbreaking things that he did, you got to say Richard Pryor. Then after him, you know, so many people were able to come through the same doors that he opened up, and these other legends were made. And granted, there were other people before Richard Pryor, but nobody as groundbreaking as Richard Pryor.
I find a difference between guys. There are guys who are great at stand-up, and there are guys who are great on television and in the movies.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
And to me, the true definition of greatness as a comedic artist is one who does it both.
Yeah.
In both, on all levels.
On all levels.
And I look at you, I look at Jay Farrell coming up, and I look at a lot of guys like that, and I say, they've got it, but there are other people that I struggle. What's the difference? And, you know, in terms of the appeal between the two, what really ices it for
Well,
them?
I think for the comedians who definitely get to see the other level, you know, the upper echelon of entertainment, you know, past the stage, going into movies and television, it's finding out that you can be yourself on all standards, you know, like literally within movies and TV, they're hiring you to be yourself. The guy that people fell in love with on stage is the people that they want to see in these movies and on television. So I think some people blur the lines and feel like when I'm in these movies, I now have to be somebody else that I'm not really familiar with. Now I got to be this actor and this thespian. That's not what people like you for. They like you because...
I remember you saying, filming Hollywood Husbands, that you just ad-lib. A lot of that is
ad-lib.
you
It's all
having
improv.
fun
It's all
and
improv.
being yourself.
All improv.
And it really comes across that way.
I must tell you,
All
you
improv.
just did something. As you were talking just now, you adopted the Skip Bayless look.
He did. He did.
Did
You dropped it.
did I
You
drop
dropped
it?
it.
You lowered one eye and raised
Yeah.
the other.
Well, it's because Skip gave it to
Are
me.
you sick?
But wait a
Are you
second.
sick?
He used one of your chosen 7 words for today, thespian. I like that.
Uh-oh.
Thespian.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yes, thespian.
Are you having fun?
Well, let me tell you something. I'm having more than fun, but I just want to say again, you two know nothing about sports. If you know nothing else and hear anything else from me while I'm here, understand that I know. I see through all
Well, can
this
you help
stuff.
me out? Can you
Okay?
stick around
Well,
and
look,
maybe tell them
I'll
something?
stick around.
Will
I'll
you?
stick around. All I'm saying is I know sports.
Okay.
Like, you have no idea how well versed I am in this,
Okay.
man.
You're
You think you get
absolutely
to be a 2-time
Absolutely
MVP for nothing?
Absolutely
You doing
right.
You are ridiculous.
Absolutely right.
You are ridiculous.
I have no knowledge that you
Ridiculous.
know something about sports.
That's what you are. It
Hey
is
guys,
ridiculous.
Kevin Hart.